Chang Wook's tearful confession, the hidden love story and heartbreaking split with Ji Hyun. For years, fans of Korean dramas had whispered about them. The charismatic Chang Wook, with his piercing gaze and disarming smile, and the bright warm-hearted Ji Hyun, whose youthful energy could light up even the dullest scene. They first met on set, their chemistry undeniable, sparking rumors that refused to die. Both stars remained tight-lipped, denying nothing yet confirming little. But behind the closed doors of the entertainment industry, a love story was quietly unfolding. It was a romance that blossomed in the shadows, away from flashing cameras and relentless tabloids. Yet, as Chang Wook revealed in an emotional press conference that left the nation in shock, the very secrecy that once protected them eventually pulled them apart. The unexpected press conference. The media alert came without warning. Early that morning, journalists received a short, cryptic message from Chang Wook's agency. Press briefing scheduled for 2 p.m. today. Attendance strongly advised. No further details were given. In a world where sudden press conferences often signaled scandals, contract terminations, or major announcements, speculation ran wild. Some wondered if Ji was leaving his agency. Others guessed at a new drama project or even military-related news. By the time the clock struck 2, the conference hall was packed. Dozens of cameras lined the back, their lenses ready to capture every flicker of expression. Fans waited outside in the summer heat, clutching handwritten signs and photos, murmuring prayers for good news. When Chang Wook walked in, the first thing everyone noticed was his expression. His usual confident stride was replaced by slow, almost hesitant steps. He wore a simple black suit, crisp but unadorned, and no trace of makeup. His eyes, normally sharp and alert, were rimmed with red. The first words that broke hearts. He stood at the podium, gripped the edges, and took a long breath before speaking. I never thought I would have to stand here like this, he began, his voice trembling slightly. But I believe you deserve the truth about me, about someone very important to me, and about a part of my life I've kept hidden for far too long. The murmurs in the room grew louder. Whispers of, "Is it dating news?" floated through the crowd. Then came the line that silenced everyone. Ji Hyun and I. We are no longer together. For a brief second, the air felt heavy, almost suspended in time. You could hear the faint whir of camera shutters, the scribble of pens, the collective intake of breath. The admission wasn't just surprising, it was earth-shattering. The rumors of their relationship, while persistent, had never been confirmed. And now, the first confirmation came hand in hand with a breakup. A love that lived in the shadows. Chang Wook went on to share, with raw honesty, the story fans had only guessed at. He and Ji Hyun had first crossed paths years ago during a drama script reading. What began as casual friendship deepened over months of filming, late-night rehearsals, shared meals, inside jokes only they understood. "She has this way of making you feel like you're the only person in the room," Ji said with a faint, bittersweet smile. Her laughter. "It's impossible not to fall for it." They started dating quietly, avoiding any public displays of affection, slipping in and out of each other's apartments at odd hours to avoid paparazzi. They learned to communicate through glances and coded text messages. For them, secrecy was both shield and sword, protecting them from public scrutiny but also creating an invisible wall. Why it fell apart. As Ji explained, their love didn't end because of betrayal or scandal. There were no screaming matches, no slammed doors. Instead, the breakup was the slow, almost imperceptible drift of two people who loved each other but couldn't fully be together. When you hide a love for too long, it starts to feel like it's not real, even when you know in your heart it is, Ji admitted. "I wanted to protect her, to protect what we had. But I didn't realize that in doing so, I was also keeping her in the dark, in the shadows." Ji Hyun, he said, deserved to be loved openly, to walk hand in hand down the street without fear of headlines, to be introduced proudly to the world as his partner. But every time the opportunity arose, they both hesitated, wary of fan backlash and career repercussions. And so the moments passed, one by one, until there was nothing left but a bittersweet history. Ji Hyun's silent response. Ji Hyun wasn't at the press conference. Instead, her agency released a brief statement thanking fans for their support and asking for privacy. That evening, she posted a single photo on Instagram, a shot of the sun setting over the ocean. The caption was just one word: grateful. Fans dissected the image endlessly. Some saw it as a sign of closure, others as a message to Ji, a quiet acknowledgement of the love they shared. The reaction from fans and colleagues. Within minutes, social media exploded. The hashtag Ji Chang Wook Nam Ji Hyun trended worldwide. Fans posted montage videos of their on-screen moments, interviews where they stole glances at each other, fan-taken photos of them laughing between takes. Some wrote heartfelt messages. "I never cared if it was real or not. I just wanted them to be happy. They showed me that love can be gentle and private. I hope they find peace." Several fellow actors and industry insiders, though careful not to speak publicly, left anonymous comments on entertainment forums, describing the pair as deeply caring for each other and the real deal. The airport moment. A few days later, Ji Chang Wook was spotted at Incheon International Airport, heading to Japan for a fan meeting. Cameras caught him walking alone, hands in his pockets, head lowered. A reporter called out, asking if he had any final words about the breakup. He paused, looked up, and gave a small, weary smile. "Love doesn't disappear," he said softly. "It just changes its shape." It was the kind of line that would stay with fans for years. The lesson they left behind. For all its sorrow, the end of Ji Chang Wook and Nam Ji Hyun's romance also left something beautiful. A reminder that love, even when it fades or transforms, still leaves behind warmth. They had built something meaningful, even if it didn't survive in the form they once hoped. As one fan wrote on a popular forum, "We always think love stories are only worth telling if they end with marriage. But sometimes, the most moving stories are the ones that end quietly, with mutual respect and lingering affection." Looking forward. Neither Ji Chang Wook nor Nam Ji Hyun has spoken about new relationships since the breakup. Both have thrown themselves into work, Ji with an upcoming action drama, Nam Ji Hyun with a heartfelt indie film. Industry watchers believe the respect they showed each other publicly will only strengthen their reputations. And perhaps, somewhere in the quiet corners of their hearts, there remains a space carved out for each other, not as lovers anymore, but as two people who once shared something rare.